baseball now from Progressive Field here in the Buckeye State of Ohio. Ought to be a good one here between the Chicago White Sox and the Cleveland Indians. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Carlos Carrasco is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Cleveland. Eric, any thoughts?
Well, guys, he's been what you would call a fourth or fifth starter. Got a career ERA of over 4, but he will give you innings, and he is dependable.
Adam Eaton heads for the batter's box, and we are just about ready for some evening baseball.
Right fielder, number 1.
And we are underway now from Cleveland as the first pitch of the night is taken for ball 1. Called strike at the knees, 1-1. And the skies are clear, but that's not helping the temperature much. 45 degrees here at first pitch. Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Yeah, well, we'll see if the Todd father, Todd Frazier, can keep it going. He works hard at his craft, and he really knows what works for him at the plate.
Into the box now, Melky Cabrera, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
You know, he's just flat out a better hitter from the left side. He's a switch hitter, but it's no secret this is his favorite side to hit from.
Into the seats, 0-1. On the ground to the left side. On to first, and Cabrera's a ground out victim. 2 away. And with a quick breather here, let's give you a look at how the Tribe stacks up defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Carrasco pauses. First pitch on the way. Jose Abreu is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Just underway here in Cleveland. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Down in order go the White Sox. White Sox nothing. Indians coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Jose Quintana, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA of just under 3.5. He's thrown some great ball games in his career. He's thrown some real clunkers. Hopefully, for his sake, he throws well in this one.
Jason Kipnis comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Tribe, second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Popped high in the air. Rollins is there for it. And that's the first out of the inning. Time now in Cleveland to take a glance at the Tribe's starting lineup. EK, any thoughts?
Well, I know these pitchers are going to have to be careful when dealing with Jason Kipnis. He's a catalyst for this offense when his bat is hot. Just needs to keep having good at-bats.
Stepping in, Francisco Lindor. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Chop foul at the plate, strike one. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Here's a high pop-up. Abreu is there for it. And that's the second out of the inning. With a moment now, let's take a look at the White Sox defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Sure, Matty. Melky Cabrera's defense, that's not the reason he's playing at the major league level. He's at best a below average corner outfielder. He doesn't have a ton of speed or a stellar arm, but he does well enough to keep running him out there. I mean, let's be honest. He's a major leaguer because of his bat. Hopefully his defense doesn't cost his team in the long run.
Hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
First base runner of the ball game now for either team comes with 2 outs here in the home first. Now, with the cleanup guy due next, things all of a sudden could get a bit interesting.
Mike Napoli set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
He's set. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Jackson is under it. And that's the 3rd out. 1 left for the Tribe. After 1, no score. Todd Frazier makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with 1 swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
In there, strike 1. And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting 10th, second baseman, Brett Lawrie.
Now to the plate, Brett Lawrie, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Called a strike on the outer half, 0-1.
The fastball looks awfully sharp here early on. Sound sharp, too.
And he misses with it, 1-1.
Yeah, he didn't get the call there, but he's making some quality pitches on that outside corner.
Maybe too much break on the slider, 2-1.
When you start that pitch off the edge, you know, most guys know well enough to lay off. You've got to start it on the edge if you want him to chase.
Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2. Waiting next is Austin Jackson. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. And another foul ball. No score here as we play inning number 2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
Batting 6th, center fielder number 10,
Austin Jackson into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. And he falls behind 0-2. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Marlon Byrd will lead things off here as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 due up to start the home second.
Marlon Byrd.
Quintana into the windup. First pitch on its way. A fastball here as they'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Nope. 2-0 now.
2-0.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Yeah, you know, he probably got the fastball he was looking for, but on 2-0, you can look for one pitch in one spot. And if it's not in that spot, you take it.
High in the air and deep to straightaway left. But it'll kick off the scoreboard out there in left. The relay. And a good effort to bring it back in quickly, but he's in at second base with a double.
Hey, it's not exactly Fenway Park out there in left field, but a ball off the wall is not a gimme double here either. So even though he almost drove it out of the ballpark, it was played well off the carom. They got it in quickly, and he might consider himself lucky to beat that throw into second base.
Yan Gomes will stand in now with a good chance to break the seal here following the leadoff double.
Well, it's a good RBI opportunity, but you've got to remember your first job, which is to at least get that guy over to third base.
Now a ball crushed high in the air, deep to left, way back there, and that one is long gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, and with it, the Indians have taken a 2-0 lead.
Pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Batting 7.
Here's Will Venable now.
Will Venable.
As he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. And here's a fastball in for strike one. 91 miles an hour that time.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty here, nobody out. And, ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now.
Yeah, you wonder if we're going to be seeing that high strike. That one looked to be above the letters, but not so in the eyes of the home plate umpire.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Juan Uribe waits on deck. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he looks at one that misses, and that's an excellent job of making his man throw a lot of pitches as he toughs out a walk.
Now there are 2 ways you can go here as a pitching coach, so he's got to make a judgment call out there. He knows what buttons to press with each of his pitchers. Some guys you've got to reassure and be very positive with. You know, other guys, they respond better when you go out and challenge them. Really got to read him the riot act.
Juan Uribe settles into the box for his first chance. First pitch on its way. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Swung on and lifted in the air to left. Cabrera's there. 1 away. Rajay Davis is in to take his first swings here with the runner still at first and 1 away.
Well, too bad that last guy couldn't advance the man into scoring position, so now it's probably going to take a gapper to get him home.
First offering on its way. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0.
And this is a guy that needs to throw that curveball for strikes.
Yeah, when he doesn't have command on it, that's when he has to lean on his fastball. And sometimes that'll get him in trouble.
And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike one. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
The 2-2 pitch. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Well, you're always gunning for a strikeout when he's at the plate because his legs make him so dangerous, even when he hits just a slow grounder. So nice job of keeping him off base right there.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll swing here and lift the fly ball out to right center. And a long run, but he's there to track it down. Nice range, and the side is retired. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. We're back to Progressive Field after this. Avisail Garcia will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Down the third baseline. So this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, the reason he's having the success he's had so far comes down to one main reason. It's changing speeds effectively. Now, you saw it in evidence right there. That's what you got to do to be a big-time pitcher.
Here's the catcher, Alex Avila, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
Not the greatest at-bat thus far as he misses that pitch in the dirt and falls behind 0-2 now. Throw on to Napoli takes care of him. 2 away now.
Batting ninth, shortstop.
Jimmy Rollins will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
And here is strike 1 call to the 37-year-old veteran up there. 0-1. Rollins swings and misses as he's behind here 0-2.
Yeah, a couple of mid-90s fastballs, and he hasn't been close on either one of them.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. They trail it here 2-0. Francisco Lindor digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And they jumped out to that early lead, so now it's all about just adding on.
Quintana's got his target. Here's the first pitch. In there at the knees, strike 1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Back goes Jackson at the track, but he has no chance to make the play. It's off the wall. He's around third, not done yet. And a relay home, and he is safe as he legs it out. My gracious, an inside the park home run.
Yeah, and you can sort of sense this one coming. I mean, once this thing hits off the wall and they have a little bit of trouble out there with it, he decides he's just going to keep right on going. And he winds up scoring on the inside the park home run.
Here's Carlos Santana now. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1.
And these guys already have one home run here in the inning, and now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No outs, nobody on. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Eaton on the move, but he won't have a play. This is down and into the gap. And he's 2 for 2 as he's in there with a double.
Up next for Cleveland, first baseman, Mike Napoli.
Mike Napoli is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Now a curveball that misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0.
And that curveball is normally one of his best pitches. He just hasn't had a great feel for it so far.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cabrera has a beat on it. He's got it 1 away. So 1 man gone for Cleveland here in the 3rd. And standing in now is Marlon Byrd. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
And it's quickly 0-2. 1 out and a runner on second base. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. So it's a 2-run shot to right center as the Indians have now opened up a 5-0 lead.
Come on, guys. That's 3 home runs he's allowed in the first 3 innings of work, and I got to think that they've seen enough, haven't they? I just can't see him turning things around the way he's been getting lit up so far.
Action in the White Sox bullpen now as they have a left-hander getting loose.
Number 10.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. Oh, and he looks like he's swinging a garden hose out there as this is cut on and missed for strike 1. Seems like they're showing a lot of faith in this guy, leaving him out there.
And I think you appreciate that as a pitcher, but sometimes when you don't have it, you don't have it. It looks like this is going to be one of those times. Yeah, they tried to go inside again. I like the call, but this time he was ready for it. He drives this one for a solid base hit.
From the stretch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 3 runs already home here. Here's a line drive caught coming off the bag as he'll hang on here to record the 2nd out.
Now batting, third baseman.
So a runner at first with 2 away, and standing in now Juan Uribe. Hit the other way out toward right field after it is eaten. And that retires the